All right, Vic. You and I have been having a lot of problems lately. I don't like you. You don't like me. We're probably going to learn to like each other eventually, but right now, I am about a few steps away from just canceling this whole entire thing and bringing a Princess Tutu Vic. Which, need I remind you, is going to be more romantic, more heartwarming than this. So, come on, Vic. Hit me. Show me what you got. You got one shot to impress me with this story. You better be ready to hit me hard. And we start off with a commercial featuring a bunch of guys from Family Guy and, of course, the narration. But I quite frankly do not care at this point. You guys have seen this. You've been here through two chapters. Let's move on. Ponyville had been through a lot through the 2 years. It nearly got just eaten by parasites, almost destroyed by an Ursa Minor, thanks to two of the stupidest ponies in Equestria. Hey! One of those happens to be the brother of one of my best friends! Unexpected visit for the three-headed dog Cerberus, which later resulted in Lord T-Rex escaping Tartarus, was led to the destruction of the Golden Oak Library, and before a discordant Nightmare Moonhead attack all of Ponyville. Needless to say, the ponies of Ponyville were used to the crazy stuff, but nothing can compare with what happened less than 19 hours ago. A chainsaw monster called Slice and Dice, a German hooded figure named Darkclaw, and some ugly foot soldiers called Orcs took some of Ponyville's residents and some pony tourists hostage. But six multicolored heroes in spandex saved him, along with a green Pegasus named Lightning Wing, who could somehow shoot lightning from the tips of his feathers and tail. As if that wasn't crazy enough, Darkclaw made the monster grow over 300 feet tall. Still, just outside of Ponyville, six ancient beasts rose from beneath the ground, and the six multicolored heroes, known only as the Power Rangers, were able to fight the monster and destroy it. But he wasn't killed. Instead, he was just struck down and imprisoned inside a glass bottle by the Ranger's mentor and new friend, Silverblade. Excuse me? Imprisoned? Just imprisoned? Look, Vic, I don't even let SPD get away with this. The only reason I let Time Force get away with this is because this was the same thing a Time Ranger. I would have preferred it if he did explode, so that way they could have a, chance for our heroes to have some problems with blowing up a monster. Something called character development, Vic. You've heard of it, right? It's that thing that shows up in Power Rangers. Happens. The Spirit Knight. But of course, no pony knew that the Power Rangers were none other than the N6, and what they saw was only the beginning. So as you can imagine, the ponies of Ponyville were understandably scared. So after the young sis saved Ponyville, Silver Blade knighted each of them. It gave them different titles. I do hope this leads to something. The Young Six, of course, had a lot of questions about their new powers, but Silverblade told them that all their questions would be answered once their training began. Until then, Silverblade decided to give the rest of the day off, so Silverblade teleported the Young Five back to Ponyville Urgent Care Hospital to cover their secret identities. At the same time, Silverblade disguised himself back into Mr. Silverblade Knightley and brought Gallus back to the hospital so Headbear Starlight wouldn't worry. After that, Silverstream, Yona, Smolder, Oddcoast, and Gallus went back to the School of Friendship, while Sandbar went home so his parents wouldn't have to worry about him. While the Young Six may have won a few battles, the war hasn't even begun. In the kitchen was a earth pony mother named High Tide. She had she had a wavy mane. That's all you're getting from me. She was making breakfast, seaweed pancakes, Sandbar's favorite. And with any luck, this is not going to end up like Spider-Man, where he gives up his girlfriend's soul just so he can have those pancakes. Those smell good, honey, High Tide's husband said. Sea Wave. Thanks, sweetheart. Did you remember to wake up Sandbar? Asked High Tide. Oh, well, I remember now, said Seawave before quickly going upstairs. High Tide sighed as he flipped a pancake. Her husband could sometimes be absent-minded, but she still loved him. Their son, Sandbar, was in the room watching his baby sister, Coral Currents, who was about the age of Pound and Pumpkin Cake. Her coat matched her father's, and her mane and tail a combination of both her parents. Sandbar watched Coral Currents barely weaned, curled up in her crib. She was hugging her favorite teddy bear, which was his when he was her age. How adorable. Sandbar smiled at his little sister. I wish you could have seen me kicking a bad guy butt, saving ponies' lives, using cool superpowers. Best of all, I got to be a superhero with my best friends. Sandbar whispered. I just wish I could tell Mom and Dad, he sighed. Just then there was a knock on the door, which startled him, and then his dad walked in. Rise and shine, Sandbar. Time for... Oh, you're already up. Oh, morning, Dad. I was just talking to Coral. Sandbar smiled. Well, I guess Silverblade was right when he said Mom and Dad might overhear me talking about being a Power Ranger. Oh man, I hope Dad didn't hear any of this. Sandbar thought to himself while sweating bullets. Sandbar, are you okay? Oh no, looking suspicious. Quick, Sandbar, think for an excuse fast. Well, I'm glad to hear that, because your mother is making breakfast. Then Coral Current woke up. I guess another pony is also hungry, said Seaway, picking up his star and putting her in a baby cell so he could carry her down the stairs. Well, you cut it out with the images! God damn! It's breaking the flow! If you want to make a comic. But I'm not here to watch these animated images show up almost every other paragraph. Ah! I wish you people could see this. I wish you people could see these images popping up. I wish there was a fic out there that showed you how to properly use images in your story that actually doesn't interrupt the flow. Sandbar breathed a sigh of relief. That was close. Good thing Dad is a gullible goofball. He followed his dad downstairs, where his mom was finishing breakfast. Good to see my two kids up and ready for some seaweed pancakes, said High Tide. All right, my favorite, but first I'm going to have to wash my hose, Sandbar said with his mother nodding approval, while his dad put Coral in her high chair and got her some baby food from the fridge. Sandbar then went to the bathroom. Before he started washing his hose, he took off his sword morpher so it didn't get wet. The sword morpher itself was currently, we know! This was a new chapter. I went, oh, you gotta be kidding me. After washing his hose, his sword morpher started to glow and just made dee 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 dee. Understandably confused, Sandbar touched the morpher and then a small round shield opened up to reveal the image of Silverblade in his point disguise. Johnson, how did you... asked Sandbar. The sword morphers also double as communicators. Explain Silverblade. Wait, does Morpher can turn me into a superhero? And as a communicator, what else can it do? Don't worry. All your questions will be answered once your training begins. Which is today. Today? Can't it wait until after breakfast? Asked Sandbar. Of course. It is the most important meal of the day. Just get here as soon as you can. I've already informed the rest of your Nakama, said Silverblade before the small round shield closed back up. Sandbar put his morpher back on himself and exited the bathroom. So, who were you talking to, Soundball? Asked his dad. I was talking to myself in the mirror, said Sandbar, hoping his dad would buy it. Oh, yeah? I did the same thing when I was your age. You did? Yep. I would spend hours in the restroom rehearsing until I was finally ready to talk to the most beautiful mare in Equestria. Your mother was just as beautiful as when you was a filly. Oh, stop it, C-Wave. You're gonna make me blush, said High Tide while blushing before the whole family started breakfast. After what happened yesterday, one would think the family like this would be freaking out. But the current family had a motto. Always be calm in a stream on the worst times. Because panicking will make things worse out of a controlled tidal wave. This would explain Sandbar's easygoing personality. Plus, after all the monsters and villains that were seen over the years, the current family had been used to crazy stuff like this. After breakfast, High Tide was doing the dishes. Oh, by the way, Mom, me and my friends are going to have a little get-together at the School of Friendship, said Sandbar while drying the dishes. But his mom was unsure. What's wrong? Well, it's just that you two weren't here. 2 attacks by the chainsaw creature. I could have gotten hurt. I would feel better if you were here. But, Mom, they are my best friends. And besides, if we do run into trouble, I'm sure we can handle it. After all, we did save all the magic in Equestria, said Sandbar with a bit of pride in his voice. He's got a good point, sweetheart, said Seaweed, holding coral currents. Even if something bad does happen, those Rainbow Night Heroes will be there. Yeah, maybe, Sandbar said, chuckling at the irony. All right, sweetie, just be careful, Tai said, hugging her son before letting him go to the School of Friendship. Meanwhile, Dark Claw was at the gate of Tartarus. Time to assemble the generals. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do this. Nope, I ain't doing it. Sorry. Nope. No, 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 no. Nope. Not doing the stupid opening. I will probably make fun of who we got as the different choices. I repeat about Chancellor Slapdash. What a waste of a Maurice LaMarche role. Seriously. And Ron Perlman? Jeez, was I missing the mark? Although, Chelsea's character felt a little more southern to me. Ian started handling his sunburst. Who? And Dante Bosco? Okay. Let's have a discussion about appropriate character voices here, please. Yada, yada, yada. You know, I'm a fan of Rama, so seeing Kelly Sheridan right now is making me think of Yukio. As in, I want to watch Rama right now. Jurgen Prochnow. Oh, gee, who is that? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's that cool German guy that pops up in The Keep, The Mouth of Madness, and the 1990 Judge Dredd film. Joy. And we're done. We've made it through the opening. There, I saved you several minutes. While Sandbar was walking through Ponyville, he saw a lot of worry and tension among the tunnel ponies. But many were talking about the Power Rangers, and not in a good way. Those power bugs destroyed my cabbage cart! How am I supposed to provide for my family when I don't have my cabbage cart? Asked the carver's pony. Hey, you got lucky. I was crushed by those giant beasts. Those power freaks summoned. Not to mention the damage that was done when they came out from underground, fighting and destroying that chainsaw monster. They could have destroyed all of Ponyville, said another pony. You're right. And also that black cloak creature and soldiers were only interested in those power creatures. Which means those monsters were only after them, and just got caught up in all the crossfire. What? How do you know that? Asked the cabbage pony. Because I was there when the Ponyville Dam was attacked by that chainsaw beast. Sandbar got a little mad and wanted to say something to the green unicorn, but didn't because he technically wasn't there. And also, adult ponies never listen to kids his age, so he continued to walk to the School of Friendship. However, when he got to the school, there was a blue force field with the EEA symbol on it, was surrounded by Carolot Royal Guards. What in Ponyville's going on here? Asked Sandbar. That's what I'd like to know, said Lightning Wing, standing right behind Sandbar, his right hoof and chest still bandaged up. Lightning Wing, what are you doing here? Asked Sandbar. The hospital discharged me this morning. They said as long as I take it easy for a few days, I'll be fine. But enough about me. Let's find out what's the deal with the Royal Guards and that force field, said Lightning Wing, who did not like that force field had the EA symbol on it. Halt! Who goes there? Said one of the Royal Guards as the two ponies approached the school. One security pony named Lightning Wing and one student named Sandbar looking to enter the School of Friendship, said Lightning Wing, and then some blasted to the two ponies but didn't say anything to them. What was that? Sandbar and Lightning Wing asked at the same time. That was the spell for destroying disguises. I had to make sure you two weren't our enemies or their minions in disguise, said one of the guards. Okay, but that doesn't explain the force field with the weak guards, said Lightning Wing, getting glares from the Royal Guards. Lightning, are you sure it's a good idea to mark the Royal Carolot Guards? Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Vic. Don't you effing dare. What are you going to do? Arrest me? Besides, I can take out these lawyers with both ways I behind my back. Okay, that's it, said a Royal Guard unicorn, getting Lightning Wing's face. I don't know who you are, but you're just a security pony. Well, we're highly trained ponies who are sworn to protect and defend Equestria. And he never got to finish as got the wind knocked down by Lightning Wing. He used his right wing like a fist into the Royal Guard's gut. And yet they're still so pathetic that they can get the wind knocked down by a security pony. It's not even 100%. And I gotta say it. W-E-A-K. Weak, said Lightning Wing, but then took his wing out of Unicorn's gut, who fell to the ground, gasping for the air. Lightning Wing was then arrested for assault, whilst everybody else just looked at him and wondered what provoked him to wanting to punch somebody, or even go so far as to mock. He did not need to use that comment, and quite frankly, if he did get arrested, I would be smiling right now. You're not enduring yourself to me, Lightning Wing. Not in the least. You're starting to come off as an author's mouthpiece. You continue to do this, and I swear to Celestia on high, I'm not only going to cut out your scenes, but I'm going to do it with my Gundam. Capiche? Yeah, perhaps I can explain that, said Counselor Dishwap, who came out of the school. After the incident yesterday, the Vice Stallion Sunburst thought that the school needed some new security since you were incapacitated. His words, not mine, so I volunteered myself and made a force field to protect the school and the students. Alright, that makes sense, but why are these whips here? Said Lightning Wing. Fuck you. Because Princess Celestia requested us to come here, to guard the school in case of any other attack, said the Royal Guard unicorn, still trying to catch his breath. Well, you can't argue with Princess Celestia, Sambar said. I can if I want to, said Lightning Wing. Yes, and with a new evil, it's good to have strength and numbers, said one of the royal guards. The chancellor hippopotami. Oh, wait, or used hippopotami. Let's see. Jackalope. No. Impala. They made a small hole in the force field to let the 2 ponies in. Or Lightning Wing made his way into school. He made a Watsy gesture to Chancellor. Now, Jackalope. Lightning Wing and Sandbar went into the school with Chancellor Kangaroo. And like the ponies at Ponyfield, the students were surprisingly calm. It's just me or our students taking this a little too well, asked Sandbar. Maybe we haven't told them anything about those Power Rangers, said Chancellor. Let's see, Kangaroo. I'm on L. Leopard. No! Screamed Lightning Wing in shock, which got the attention of the students. Private conversation, Chancellor Mouse said before putting the 3 of them in a bubble of silence. The students just tried to continue to talk amongst themselves. Well, you might haven't told them anything about the Power Rangers. Wait a minute, how could they not know anything about the Power Rangers? This fight happened near Ponyfield Dam! Everybody should know about this! Oh, Salt, there's no need to yell. And secondly, Flight said Stallion Starburst thought it'd be a good idea if the students were cut to the dark for a bit. And you agree with him, Chancellor Bonehead? No, but with Headmaster Starlight on commission, he's in charge of the school, so, I decided to follow his orders just as you have to. He's got you there, Lightning, said Sandbar, trying not to laugh. Yes, I know, Lightning Wing said, grinding his teeth in anger before calming himself. So, how's exactly Vice Head Stallion Sunburst going to explain those giant creatures that came out of the ground? Well, that's precisely what they're talking about. Naughty! Said Lightning Wing and Sandbar. Yes, if you'll remember the students never actually saw those Power Rangers, but they did see those giant beasts emerging from the ground. Unfortunately for us, they didn't see the fight or the destroying slicer dice. You do believe this, right, audience? This is believable, right? Right now, they're just talking about how close, cool, and amazing they looked, explained Chancellor. Alright, since you never saw the little chainsaw monster disappear, I assume you told the students that the Royal Guards and Force Field are here to protect and prefer attacks, right? That's Lightning Wing. You some correctly. Wait, what do you mean disappeared? Yeah, what do you mean, Lightning? Well, we don't know if he was destroyed. For all we know, the Power Rangers could just teleport into the moon now or something. Is that Lightning Wing suggested? No, it's ridiculous, said Chancellor. No, what's ridiculous is thinking some weak guards are going to wait you cut that out! I know. I get it. I get it. You piece of dreck. I know. I know. The guys in the show aren't able to handle the big, bad, nasty threats. I get it. I know. Just like our military couldn't handle a giant kaiju like, say, Godzilla. I also know that they probably wouldn't be able to handle, say, oh, I don't know, a mecha beast. Or any other type of threat that was shown in the show. But you want to know what else? I'm not about to go out and call our military weak just because they couldn't handle a kaiju! I still have respect for them. What makes you so sure that they can't handle any normal threats? Because you want to know something about the main six? Lightning jackass! Come here, come here, come here. They're not trained to face off against threats like Discord! It's the main six who are be able to handle threats like Discord. It's the Power Rangers. You want to know why? And this is something I keep wanting to beat into heads of people like, oh, I don't know, the Ruby fandom, and sometimes the MLP fandom, and so many other fandoms. But the main six are the main characters! So, Lightning Wing, please take your sanctimonious author track. But speaking of your asshole bullshit and rub it up your wing before I get over there and hand you your ass myself. Now, I'm going to let you talk. And I swear to God, one more. You got one more chance to not insult the Royal Guards or even Chancellor. Chancellor. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you think of a good name for Edward for an animal? Newt, we would be fine. Deal? Deal. I know, Flying Spell. What makes you think that your puny seal's gonna do any good? Well, because I was taught how to do shield spells by Chancellor signing Alma himself. It's just one of the many perks of being head of the EAA. Said Chancellor Opossum. Hey! Starts with O. Oh, you're good. You're good. Tiny bit of pride in his voice. Wow, he got you twice in a row, Simbar said. Immediately regretted when Lightning Wing growled at him and gave him an intimidating glare. So, do you have any other questions to ask? Lightning Wing started hot air out of his nose, but once again calmed himself down. Just one more. Why wasn't I told this? I'm the author's mouthpiece. I should know that more security is going to be added. Technically, you're only security, and Fight Stallion Sunburst thought you didn't know because you were in the hospital and no condition to fight. Okay, fair enough. I'm still going to do my job, and I'll keep my mouth shut by the Rangers. I won't say a word. Good, said Chancellor Parakeet. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to have a little chat with Sunburst. I'm going to check on the god that you got punched for no damn good reason. Chancellor said Chancellor Quail and popped in a bubble of silence. I'm gonna go find my friends, Sandbar said Sandbar. The three ponies then went their separate ways. While looking for his friends, Sandbar could not help but listen to the student's words. Do you think Starlight's gonna be okay? I do think so. I heard that she's considered the ancient Bendy post monster. Is that the name of a wrestler? Now, if you think that this fic is going to explain who they're referencing by posting a clip for Spider-Man 1, congratulations! You've read a Micah fic before! No, I'm serious. Oh, yeah, well, I heard it was a guy in a gray cloak. It was both, said Patty Peppermint. So, yeah, I keep purple bow. Wait, how you know? Because I was there. I wouldn't believe it without my own eyes. So, is that why Starlight is in the hospital? Says Jimmy Shake, a cheerleader. I also heard that Polyfield Urgent Care was attacked by some sort of buzzsaw creature with a New Zealand accent, said her partner. And what kind of accent? A New Zealand accent. Oh! There's a New Zealand in Equestria? Darcy, did you know this? No, Trixie had no idea that there was a New Zealand in Equestria. I'm going to fly off now and use my magic to try and see if I can figure out where New Zealand is in Equestria. Be right back. Whee! You! I just checked. There is no New Zealand in Equestria. So, why the heck would she call it a New Zealand accent? Well, that's nothing to what I heard, said another pony who motioned for the other two to come closer and did. My grandpa Wilson. You are doing so good with the pony names! As a buzzsaw creature attacked the hospital, he was ambushed by robot knights. He listened to the two cheerleaders, then Simmy Shake burst into laughter. Well, Charlie, you're oh, come on! Don't be rude, sis. I remember that old pony, Sandbar thought to himself, but he was thinking when bumped into Fluttershy. Oh, Professor Fluttershy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's okay. Oh, Sandbar, you're back, said Fluttershy. Audience, if you do not know who Fluttershy is by the time you actually listen to this program, then I have to ask myself, what are you doing listening to an MLP fic when you could be listening to a Princess Tutu fic? I swear, I'm going to be doing it tomorrow, either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, depending on how this chat fic goes. What in tarnation are you doing here? Last I heard, you went back home to stay with your family, said Applejack. I just went home so my parents wouldn't have to worry, explained Sandbar. Anyway, sorry for bumping into you, Professor Fluttershy. I was just Stephen Vaught. I got amazing with those giant varmints, AJ said. Applejack, those cute little animals are not varmints, Fluttershy said, getting a little mad. You listen to yourself? They're not cute, not little, and they are definitely not animals, Applejack said, getting a little angry. The two ponies may have been friends, but they always didn't get along, particularly regarding animals. I can tell you what those tiny things are, said Rainbow Dash. Yeah? So were they then? They were awesome! Rainbow Dash said. Oh, of course. Oh, come on, Professor Applejack. You have to admit they were kind of cool. Yeah, like that black phoenix and yellow bugbear, said the fangirling Rainbow Dash. I like the pretty blue dragonfly, Fluttershy said with a cute smile on her face. I personally like the orange wolf, said Sandbar, having a biased perspective, being the one who piloted the Zord. Oh, yeah? Well, those so-called altar careers almost crushed my family farm, said Applejack, trying to control her anger. Oh, I'm so very sorry, Applejack. I didn't know. The Pegasus apologized. Me too, said Rainbow Dash, putting over an AJ Solar. Applejack smiled at her friends. Thanks. Now, the question is, what are we going to do if those giant farmers show up again? Don't worry, Professor Applejack. I'm pretty sure those creatures never intended to do any harm. Anything happens, I'm sure. Sandbar said before getting interrupted by Applejack. Sandbar, mind your own business and let the black ponies talk, said Applejack. Okay, Sandbar said, backing away slowly to coincidentally bump into Gallus. Oh, Sandbar, you made it. Of course I did. So, how your parents react to all this? Honestly, pretty well, all things considered. That's good. Come on, the guys are waiting for us. The two of them went up to meet with the rest of their friends. So, when do we start our training? Mr. Johnson said, Mr. Nightblade said at some point today. That's it. Well, I hope so, sooner or later. I just hope we get some answers. Just then, Fight Stallion head Sunburst came into the main hall. Attention students, he said, but nobody heard him. Attention students. Again, nobody heard him. He did clear his throat before speaking again. Attention students, he said for the third time, but his voice was much louder this time. This got everyone's attention. Thank you. Now, some of you may have heard that Headmare Starlight is in the hospital. May have something to do with an attack by a chainsaw monster. I can neither confirm nor deny this, mainly because I didn't see what happened to her, but I can inform you she'll make a full recovery. To assure your safety, I asked Chancellor Rat to boot up security. Princess Celestia also sent the Royal Guards. Yes, because they certainly help. Okay, that's it! You are done! I'm kicking you out of the story! What? No, you can't! Boot! Ah! Where am I? You're in the Island of Hated Characters by Legendbringer. Welcome. No, no, no! Be here next week, tomorrow, class, as we proceed to enjoy a lightning wave free fic.